welcome to Brand Your Passion, the show that helps you turn the thing you love the most into something that people know and love you for. I'm your host, Holly Arnett, the brand coach for creatives, and I'm on a mission to make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. If you're ready to get more eyes on your work, more dollars in your pocket, and more creativity in your life, you're in the right place. Welcome. Let's brand your passion. Hey everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Brand Your Passion. I'm super excited today because we are going to talk about how to design and build a brand that makes your audience and you feel good, because I feel like there's no point in building a brand that you don't love, that your audience doesn't love. It doesn't make either of you feel good, right? I want to make it easy for you to build a brand that you love, that's really easy to share and shout about and tell the world all about. And I want to make sure that your audience is loving it too, right? Because there is no point in building a brand that you don't love to share, because if you don't love your brand, it doesn't make you feel good, then you're not going to share it. You are not going to want to show up and tell everybody about it and show them your brand and give them all the goodness that you have, and you're not going to sell. So you're not going to be confident in selling your products or your services or getting people on board with whatever it is that you are trying to sell. So we want to get you to a place where you're building and designing a brand that feels really good for you and your audience. So that is the plan. That's what we're here to talk about today. And the benefit of building a brand as an individual creative is that you can build it however you want it to, right? You don't have a board to report to who all have to agree on what the brand is doing or saying or looking like. Your audience is there for you and your work and your art. So there's not like a huge team of people that all have to be represented somehow by a global brand that everybody fits under. You have a lot more freedom in building a brand. You are able to build a personal brand that represents you as a person and the things that you as a person love, and that makes you as a person feel good. So we are wanting to build you a brand that makes you feel good, it makes your audience feel good, and the great thing is that you can do that. You have the freedom, and I 100% believe that you should build a brand that you love, that makes you really happy, that makes you excited to share, that makes you feel really, really good and confident and courageous and proud, essentially. And I really also believe that the more that you love your brand and the more that you feel really confident in it and really proud of it and really excited to share about it, then the more your audience is going to love it too, right? The more energy that you have, the more positive and excited and happy and energetic that you are about your brand and about everything that you do and your values and your mission and your vision, right? If you are energetic about all of those things, then they are going to feel that energy too. Your audience is going to feel that energy too. So it's really important, I believe, that as independent creatives, you are building a brand that gives you that energy, that helps you to feel really confident and proud and excited and happy and fun, and makes you want to like shout from the rooftops and frolic through a field because you're just so excited. So that is the aim. That is the goal. I really believe that it's a worthy goal, and an important thing to do is to build and design a brand that you and your audience both love and makes you feel good. So that's the plan, but how do we do that, right? There are a few things that I think can be helpful for you when it comes to designing and building a brand that makes you and your audience feel good. Number one is to think about, what do you love to do? What do you love in your life? Just what do you love in general? This is something that I always ask my strategy clients when we're going through the workshop. Like at the beginning, I ask them like, what are the things that you love to do? Like what lights you up? What makes you really happy? What are your favorite things to do? One of my favorite questions to ask is like, what does a dream day look like to you? If you could wake up tomorrow and do anything, what would you do? Like, walk me through your day. What are your favorite things to do? What would make you super happy? Doing this asking these kind of questions is really going to help you to build a brand and a business that you love, because you're designing it around those things, not designing it around things that you think you should do or things that will make other people happy. You can build a brand around like the things that you love. I have built a brand around like the color orange because it's my freaking favorite and it makes me feel really sunshiny and happy. And I love to dance, and I love to make really dorky dad jokes, and I love to shake my booty, well, the booty that I have on Instagram Reels. Like these things are things that I love to do, and they light me up and make me really, really happy. And it's 100% okay for me to do that. And the more that I do that, the more that my clients get to know me and get to feel like they want to hang out with me and they want to be my friend and like they want to spend time with me as their coach, right? So ask yourself, what do I love? What lights me up? What are my favorite things to do? What does a dream day look like to me? What makes me really happy? What are my favorite things? These questions are really, really, really going to help. And sometimes when I've done this with my strategy clients, it's really changed their whole brand and business a lot, because sometimes you realize like I'm doing services or selling products that I actually don't love to do. Like I'm just doing these websites because I feel like it's a natural progression from the design work I was doing, or because I can, or because I feel like I should, or whatever these kind of reasons are. Sometimes you can realize like, why am I doing this? I don't love this at all. This actually makes me really angry and like makes my day feel really icky, and I don't want to do that anymore. So hopefully it won't like completely break your business, but sometimes it does, and it does for a good reason. And you totally, as a creative, have the opportunity and the initiative and the ideas and the creativity to be able to build a brand around whatever it is that you do love, that does light you up, that does make your dream day a reality. So part number 1, ask yourself, what do you love? Question number 2 is asking yourself about the impact that you want to have, right? Because this is going to give you like satisfaction in your life and in your business and in your brand. If your brand has a purpose and is there for a reason and is making an impact, you're going to feel really good about what it is that you're doing, and so is your audience, right? It's like, okay, you're not just here to make money out of me, you've got a reason to do this, and people can tell. So you can ask yourself questions like, what impact do I want my art to have on people? What do I love about when people buy my products? Why do I love that? What makes me super happy about that? What gets me satisfaction when people buy my products, or I see my products in people's houses, or people book my services? What transformations make me super happy? So if you are a service provider, like what transformations do you love to see in your clients? What changes do you want to see in like your industry or in the world? These are really powerful questions about the impact that you want to have, and the clearer that you are on that, and that's a lot to do with like your vision and your mission and your values, right? The clearer that you are on that, the more purposeful and full of direction you're going to feel. And every time you get up and show up, you're going to feel like, okay, I'm doing this for a reason and I feel really good about it. I realize like the impact that I want to have on the world is that, which is my vision, is that I want to make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time, right? I want to do my small part that I can do to help creatives to like build their brand and show up and share their work with the world, so that ultimately the world can be more creative, because we need more creatives in the world. Creativity starts conversations and helps people feel seen and heard, and so many beautiful things that creativity does. So like asking these questions really helped me to figure out what my vision was and what impact I wanted to have on the world and the people around me. And that makes me feel really good about what I'm doing. It's like if somebody say something that negative about me or my work, or I'm having a crappy day or whatever, I can be like, but I know why I'm doing this. Like I can feel really good about what I'm doing because I know the impact that I want to have. that's step number 2. Think about the impact you want to have, what gives you purpose, what's going to make you really satisfied and happy with your brand and make you feel good. So that is number 2. And number 3 is, what are you good at? Sometimes we way overcomplicate what we are doing and the brand that we're building and the business that we are growing. And it makes it really frustrating to do what we do, or makes it just really like stuffy and complicated and slow and annoying. But if you build a brand out of your strengths, this is going to make it so much easier, because you're going to be leaning into your strengths rather than fighting against your weaknesses. So I completely shifted my brand and my business maybe like 6 months to a year ago, from doing design to doing strategy, right, and coaching, brand strategy and coaching. And part of that is because I realized what my strengths were and what I was really good at. I did the Gallup strengths test, which if you haven't done that, I highly, highly recommend it. I've done it. I get all my strategy clients to do it. I recommended it, and a bunch of people in the Creators Brand Club did it, and it's another thing that like changes a lot in your business, but for good reason. And yeah, I did it, and I realized like, oh yeah, all my strengths are in strategic thinking and relationship building. I have no strengths in executing or influence. So I really shouldn't be trying to like actually do the design. That's not what I'm good at, and to be honest, it's not what I was loving doing. I realized that I loved doing like the creative direction and the overall strategy and seeing the big vision and working like one-on-one with my clients and closely with my clients and forming those relationships, because I'm a really good relator. I can understand people's stories and understand where they're trying to go and their vision and their mission and stuff like that, and I am really good at like getting that out of people and turning it into a strategy. So that changed my whole business, and the whole brand that I built around that was, you know, me as the brand strategist and coach for creatives. Highly, highly, highly recommend having a look at what you are good at. So think about what are your strengths. So you can do the Strengths Finder test, or you can just ask people or ask yourself, like, what are my strengths? What am I really good at? Think about what you are inherently good at, like what comes easy to you, what's really easy for you to get into a flow state doing, what do you just kind of like zone out when you're doing because it's like coming so easily to you, and what do people come to you for on the regular, right? People always came to me for like pep talks because I'm a really like positive, future focused person who can give people cheerleading when they need it. So that's something that people came to me for a lot, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty good at that. And then started to like build my brand around that. So yeah, think about what you are good at and how you can build your brand around leaning into your strengths rather than fighting against your weaknesses, so that it becomes like easier and really makes you feel good. Like it's just so easy and good doing what you are good at. Those are the 3 main kind of steps or tips or pieces of advice that I would give to help you build a brand that makes you feel good and makes your audience feel good, is to firstly build a brand around what you love, then build a brand around what impact you want to have, and build your brand around what you are good at. When you do all of these 3 things, you're going to build a brand that you are so proud of, so excited to wake up every day and share and grow, and really just can't wait to like tell people more about it, because you're like, heck yes, I love doing this. I'm really proud of like the impact that I'm having, and I'm really freaking good at what I do. So when you have answered these questions that I've just recommended, I think and I believe it will make your brand feel so good for you and your audience. So those are my tips. I hope that it helps. If you have any questions or you want to talk about this episode, please, as always, tag me on Instagram or on Twitter. I would love to hear your thoughts on this episode, and I wish you all the best and all the luck in designing and building a brand that makes you and your audience feel good. Thanks for listening to this episode of Brand Your Passion and choosing to spend some time with me learning about branding, business, and all things creativity. You can find more episodes just like this one at blackandwhitestudios.nz/brandyourpassion. If you liked this one, you can tap that subscribe button so that you're notified about every new episode. And if you've got a spare second, I would love it if you could leave a review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to this podcast right now. I would love to hear from you and hear about how you're enjoying the podcast. If there were some helpful goodies in this episode for you, it would mean the world to me if you could screenshot your podcast player on your phone right now, hop over to Instagram or Twitter and tag me at Black and White Studios. That's at BLCKWHT Studios. By subscribing and reviewing and sharing, you're helping me to reach more creators just like you so that together we can make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. I really can't achieve this mission without you, so your support means the world. I'll talk to you in the next episode, but until then, keep creating.